And we are live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, time for lunch. Quick prayer. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the blessings in our lives. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for the blessings in our lives. We worry not about what we don't have because we're in the process of getting it. And in that journey, everything we do is in your name. Amen. So let's get everything situated. As you know, I need to eat, fasting, diet, is good. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Just a little bit. Right. Sorry about that. I touched this thing by mistake. Oh, you know what? I haven't like that's just way more. What the heck? Come on. Close this. This. Cool. We sweat. I could just leave that right there. You know what? I could probably use that as a stand. We're talking about when you get older, these things. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't drink coffee all day. Yeah. Didn't bother me at all. Now it's like, no. Of course, environment messages. Mm. Where's the platform? What? Might as well do a module, right? Let's continue where we left off. Go TMP. Let's go back to Manager's Playbook for videos. Go
just turned $5 into $150 in bonus bets.
I have to see where I left it off.
Victoria Monet was performing. He said, do SoundCloud. And when we went in, I was like, yeah, SoundCloud is like the thing. But the next thing is Instagram. And then like, there's one pair. And then we gave him a pitch. My partners threw in some diamonds. And then we got our first. We threw a diamond. Like everyone was shooting off. But how did you find that?
Hold up. I'm talking about Elliot.
So,
Let me see.
fast forward,
Let me go
I was
back.
doing this just to pay my rent. But, you know what I mean? I didn't, I basically, I don't know how it worked. Because I didn't tell everyone that I owned it. Because every artist, they knew it was me. And no one was paying attention on the page. So, and the ads I was posting. So here, breaking down how this operates. Yeah. I went on to Drake, and motherfuckers thought it was Drake. Like these guys were, because you understand, every Drake song, like all of it.
Oh, okay, this is the part where he said he got the underground thing.
That's how I just all mixtapes, but that was Wayne brought everyone to that. And in my age group, like the only reason the first mixtape I ever downloaded was a Wayne mixtape. And then from there you got Drake, you got Kendrick, you got Cole, you got so many. Obviously Future and so many more. But whenever SoundCloud popped off, that hit started dying. And I realized there's this hole. Because all that music, actually Spotify, SoundCloud killed that pit. But then Spotify didn't have the music from that pit, and SoundCloud didn't either. So what I did was I took all the mix, every single mixtape you can think that you've ever heard on that pit. I took it and I brought it to SoundCloud, and I made a Drake account, I made a Lil Wayne account, I made a Kendrick account, I made a Beyonce account. I made it every single artist because at the time labels didn't see value in SoundCloud. This is before Lil Pop blows up. This is before 6ix9ine. This is before Trippie Redd. About a year and a half. This is before Lil Uzi Vert. So this is like in just 6 months before Uzi Vert. So Uzi's about to launch while I'm doing this. And so within 6-7 months, I amassed 5 billion plays. Wow. Because understand, I have every Drake song, like all of his music is on there. All the mixtape music. And there's nowhere else to get it on the internet.
These are your pages that you made.
I don't.
Did any of these...
No one ever reached out to me. No one ever reached out to me.
Why do you think?
Because SoundCloud was looked as, everyone was looking at Spotify. Well, everyone was looking at Spotify. There was a world going on in SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone missed X. That's why everyone missed Juice WRLD. They didn't miss him. Eventually, they popped their head up and they got him. Yeah. But I was, like, anyone that was on SoundCloud at that time, you knew when you heard Juice and you knew when you heard X, like, these guys were, these were not regular artists. This was, like, superstar level talent.
Yeah.
And the first time you heard them. And so, and for us, it was confusing. We're like, how did these people not have label deals? Like, that was very confusing for us. And then they got so big that you couldn't ignore them. So I made all those, fake accounts, but I didn't get paid for streams. Right. That's why I think they never took them down, because I never made money off of them.
Okay.
I was reposting my music and other people's music onto Drake, and motherfuckers thought it was Drake. Crazy. So that helped with streams. So I was able to, at that time, I was able to get you, if you were good, I could get you like 300,000 plays. Real plays. If you're a good artist, if you made good music, I could get you, if you made like a decent song, I could get you like 100,000 plus real plays.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I wanted to sit down and have the conversation with you, because in my opinion, and a lot of people, and people who know this world, you are the best at this. And this is why I wanted to talk to you, because of the mind that you have.
I don't know. What about Chad? You got to think about Chad.
What about Chad? What you're doing is really breaking down how this all operated.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I didn't have my hand on every single artist, but at the same time, I kind of did, because if I thought an artist was good, I was also curating the pages. So so on Drake and on Kendrick and all these accounts that people thought were real, I would actually post good music, because people, if it was just trash music over and over and over again, people would stop caring.
Right.
So in between the ads, I was posting people I thought were good. X.
Okay. Oh,
X was one of them. For sure. And Uzi. I was posting Uzi all the time.
With those teams reaching?
No, they didn't. I was doing that just because it was good.
Interesting.
Because I needed to have some good on the page. So you have these 500,000 to million plus accounts reposting X. People thinking it's Drake, and people thinking they're getting co-signed by Drake. Like, literally, people would go on Twitter like, I can't believe Kendrick just reposted me on SoundCloud. I'm not even kidding. And no one was paying attention. But then
artists were saying that.
No, like the artists that would get reposted. But that's what I'm saying. Some people would say that, and they wouldn't know that I just did it.
That's what I'm saying. The artist is reposted. I can't believe it, but it was actually
me.
Not knowing that.
And I just liked the song. I would never say it.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I knew if they knew it was me, they would ask me.
Right.
But they were like my friends, and I just reposted it and make them feel good. And then, because I didn't tell everyone that I owned it, because if every artist knew I owned it, they would try to, you know what I mean? I don't know how it worked. I didn't tell everyone, that's for sure.
You still operate that way?
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know anymore. But,
I know after this conversation, a lot of people don't know that you operate R&B music.
Well, before we move to R&B music, I want to get back. I wanted to talk about the breaking point for SoundCloud and how I got into marketing.
Okay, please.
Because I was doing this just to pay my rent and to pay for studio time and pay for mixes for myself. And then I got introduced. The first person in the music industry, like a prominent name I ever got introduced to, was Elliot Grange. I didn't know. Wow. And at the time, it was Elliot Grange, and it was strange music. Yes. And if he was right here, I tell him right now. I walked into his office. He looked the same age as me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Mind you, I don't know who Lucien Grange is. I didn't look up any of that. So I looked at him, and I'm like, your company's called Strange Music? I'm like, have you heard of Tech Nine? He's like, yeah. I'm like, his company's called Strange Entertainment. I literally said, they're gonna sue you. And so, I mean, fast forward, he had to change his name.
Because when I met him, it was Strange Music as well. So he's just, at that point, he's just getting Trippie Redd.
Yeah.
And then 6ix9ine.
Yeah, so he had Trippie Redd. So we met him at the same time. So he had Trippie Redd. And so Trippie Redd, the first song they gave, they're like, I got introduced to them, like, hey, we want to run something through your SoundCloud network. I was like, cool, let's do it.
Hold on, how did you find it? Because this is the thing about Elliot that I think a lot of people try to dismiss. We don't come up with all that shit. It's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Because this guy, yeah, sure, he's a solution range, but this man, Elliot Grange, he's been a psycho. Like, and I mean that in the most positive way of how to deal with this business.
For sure.
He's absolutely dialed in.
Yeah.
Like, he knows this. He just understands digital marketing
Yeah.
very well.
100%.
Which, yeah.
Well, the fact that he even thought to talk to me was probably a good sign that he knew. He was the first person to give me a chance. And not even a chance. I didn't even know what I was doing. So he was the first one to see what, like, he heard the idea and they were like, yo, let's try it. So how we got introduced was a producer I was working with knew an artist that was at Strange, and then he was like, yo, you should meet my guy, like, he runs all of our SoundCloud shit, that's where our shit's popping, and then you should go over to Elliot, and like, and I didn't know who Elliot was, but then you guys should use him for your artists, like, it's gonna work, like, he's literally seen it work. So the first artist they gave me was Trippie Redd, and I think the first song we ever read was Chair Falling, and it didn't do bad. We ended up getting him like a few 100,000 plays, which I said, if the song's good, it'll do a few 100,000 plays. If the song is great, it will break. I didn't know how powerful it was until this moment. If the song is great, it will break. And they basically were like, oh, that song did good, but I don't think we believe in that song. And I was on Trippie Redd's page on the phone with them, or maybe it was a text, but basically I communicated with them. I was like, this song, Love Scars 2, I listened to it, and I was like, this song is really, really good. It had to have like 400,000 streams, maybe like 20,000 likes. And I was like, we should run this through my network.
400,000 and 20,000 on SoundCloud?
On SoundCloud. So it was like
on his own page.
On his own page. It had momentum. Nothing at that time. That's not much. That's like a good song.
Yeah.
And I was like, we should run this through my same network. So we have, and now we have the juxtaposition of both songs going through the network. Love Scars 2 became a platinum record from that, and it started from that repost. And they went and shot a music video. Now I never say I break records. I sparked it. Okay. I become the spark for a lot of records. And so at that time, I was like, we should do this song. I think this is the one. We did it, and I was right. And they were like, that was amazing. And at that time, they were like, hey, you should come work for us. And I was like, respectfully declined. And then the next artist he hands me was 6ix9ine. No music out. But I looked at him, I'm like, this guy's crazy. And then I was like, I mean, that was the thing at the time, a little pump and like looking crazy. I was like, it's probably gonna work. That's what I said. I didn't hear the music yet, but then it was Gummo. And the moment I heard it, that beat, I was like, oh. I knew it. I was like, this one's gonna. I knew that one was gonna go. I knew that was gonna go so crazy. He dropped it on his page. We ran it through our system. It's going absolutely nuts. It's going so nuts because at that time they didn't have on SoundCloud. You didn't have a way to do takedowns.
Right.
So there was like 5 or 6 other Gummo 6ix9ine songs, and because 6ix9ine spelled his name weird, there was like 5 or 6 6ix9ine accounts. So what I did to get all the, we wanted all the plays to go on the same track, so we go to the top 50 charts. So I went to every account and I was like, I work for 6ix9ine. Can you please take down this account, like respectfully? Like we want to make sure all the streams go to him so we can go up the charts. Every single account was just like, we love 6ix9ine. If this is the official account, we'll take our accounts down. Oh wow! And SoundCloud was like a community. Yeah, they wanted to see the artists that they support actually make it. But at that time, 6ix9ine didn't have an account, so people were grabbing it from like YouTube or his Instagram, however they found it, and they brought it to SoundCloud. And okay, to tell you that because nobody's getting money. Nobody was getting money. Like, yeah, no, at that time, no one was. There was a point.
So this is true fans in the community.
For sure.
Like, yeah,
for sure.
Most part, people are getting money. They're not thinking with the way they think.
No, yeah. And so Gummo was the next hit that came through my SoundCloud network. And from there, I don't know One of my partners, he was good with like, spreading the good word, you could say. That was whenever that's when my marketing career started. Because then I started getting hit up by Epic, Columbia, Interscope, all of them, to be honest with you.
And did you start working with, you went and tell me about Brandon Columbia because you moved down. I guess you chose them over the other ones, or did you also?
So Columbia was, how old was I? That was crazy, being that young at the time. Columbia is where I started to see the vision for Instagram.
For those who don't know, Columbia is a label under the sun.
Yeah. And then, so at the time I go there, Ron Perry.
Ron Perry's already there.
So he just got there. So him and Juba walked me and my partners in.
Okay.
So Juba found, I actually don't know how Juba found us, but Juba found us, and he was like, these are the guys that did SoundCloud. And then when we went in, I was like, yeah, SoundCloud is like a thing, but the next thing is Instagram. And then he was like, I'm all ears, Ron Perry. And then we gave him a pitch. My partners threw in some diamonds, and then we got our first. Wait, what? We threw a diamond. Like everyone was shooting all cylinders. It was us three sitting across from Ron Perry. We were just pitching that we are the marketing team that you need to hire.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that was our first consultancy. Yeah. So that and the reason why they brought us in, Ron Perry comes in there at Columbia. If you don't know, at that time, didn't really have any hip hop artists at all. Before Ron Perry, they didn't have any urban acts. And it was just not what they covered because they had RCA. Epic and RCA. Yeah, RCA. Well, they have the R&B there, and then they definitely have that for sure. The hip hop was for sure in Epic. So, but at this time, trap music this is 2017. Trap music is having a moment.
That could prior to Perry, Rob Strickland was there. Yes, especially Adele. That's Beyonce.
Yeah. And so when Rob Perry gets there, he's like, we're starting like an urban tour. And so he wanted us to come in and basically help him break his urban acts. And the first acts we got handed was TJ and Polo G. And they had 30,000, 70,000 followers. SoundCloud, trap music wasn't breaking on SoundCloud. Trap music was kind of breaking up a little bit everywhere. Like it was on SoundCloud, it was on Instagram. I just saw it on YouTube for sure. And so I noticed that there was a big meme culture happening. There was a meme moment, I would say, happening on Instagram. And we started meme pages. I started building them. I brought in a team and I basically helped have them help me build them, and I built a following of, I think we were at our peak, we had 4.5 million followers across a bunch of 5 meme pages. One of them was called At That Way. One of them was called Drilled. That's like Drilled YouTube or something, but it was like, one of them, I can't say the name. It was crazy. One of them, okay. Yeah, so we had a bunch. I can't remember them. Big Boy, like one of them was called At Big Boy Memes. I don't know, they were random. Okay, sure. It was like the most random things you could. The meme universe was so random this time. But this is what I'm like. This is high engagement. Highest engagement on the internet at the time was meme pages on Instagram before TikTok. And I thought like, TJ, I'm so serious. I'm like, we need to break the TJ and Polo G. How do we do it? What I did, this is when tagging. Remember when tagging became a thing on the post? Because if you would tag in the caption at this time, people would be like, ad, and they would swipe. But tagging in the post became a thing. So what we would do is, this is actually my idea, but I would take the post and I would say, who's the best 19-year-old rapper out now? And I would have,
hey everybody, Walt Goggins here. Starting a business is never easy, but with GoDaddy Arrow, that endeavor is about to become a whole lot easier. Hey man, you got this. Create a website that looks like you know what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing, because you're using a website that developed a tool that knows exactly
this 19-year-old rapper out now, and I would have Lil TJ, Polo G, and then 2 other people that weren't as good as them. Okay. And I would tag each of their faces. So you would click on the tag, and at that time, they could just click on that person, go learn about that person. And those posts, because we were in the community, we would just trade posts with them. So like, hey, I'll do a post for you, you do a post for me, we'll help each other grow. On the new pages. Yes, because it was also a community. Yeah. And so we would just be like, dude, we would get basically we would break this up, we would take it to the meme pages, we would do an ad for them, we would do like a, hey, you should follow this account, and they would just post whatever I asked them to post. Lil TJ and Polo G had to have like tripled to quadrupled their followers within a couple months. And it was for sure just the tagging.
What were some of the things that you did in order to market the music?
Well, I didn't have to. I would just send people directly to their page. And at that time, trap was just like moving. They also, it's not like I was the only thing happening, but for sure, a lot of the Instagram growth, because they were moving on SoundCloud, they were doing a thing. Yeah. But a lot of the growth, like literally converting followers day by day, was coming from the meme pages that we were doing. Yeah. And another thing we would do is we would make a meme, put the song behind it, and then we would tag the artist in the post, so then they could hear the song, and we would say artist tagged in post, and so they would tag, they would click on the tag, go to their page, followers going on.
In the Gulf library.
Spending nothing.
What?
How much are you spending? Yeah, nothing. What? Because I said it was all trade. Because we had so many followers, people would want us to shout them out.
Who's we? What page?
We had That Way and all these other pages.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you have these pages, but then you're reaching outside of these pages.
There's literally like 100 meme pages you could post on. Yeah. So we were just going to each one, and there was like some that were more urban, some were more like silly and stuff like that. So you got to spread it. They still exist. Yeah. All I know is Columbia Consultancy. We were breaking artists from meme pages.
Would you like some cheese ruffles? No? Anybody cheese ruffles?
Yeah, that was. I mean, we actually worked with Columbia.
All right.
So how long
You've been warned. They're gonna disappear.
They hated us.
All right, I told you guys about starting. Right. Let me pray. Sorry about that.
Because here's the thing, you guys are coming in at the fucking kids.
Yes, we're kids. But I understand why I would hate me too. I wasn't being mean or anything. I was just trying my hardest.
Real cocky, though. At the same time, be like, yo, we know what we're doing.
For sure. And you'd be like, it was definitely
you don't know what you're doing over here.
I do not.
These guys get
Live is Bitcoin. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I would assume. Just as kids, you know what I mean?
For sure, probably.
And to be honest, there's merit there.
Yeah, I did know what I was doing. But no, I remember a specific conversation. I was sat in a room, and at the time, you're just so blindly You're blind how corporate systems work. You're also blind how insecure other people are. So when you walk into the room, I'm literally just like some woman was like, I don't understand how you think meme pages can break artists. And I go, I don't understand how you think they don't. That was what I responded to her. I don't understand how you think they don't. Memes are literally life. I mean, at the time, especially, that was the only place on the internet where you could actually do stuff. Yeah. This rap and our generation music, you could do stuff. So that was part of the whole thing. So what I was doing was, I was doing meme stuff, and at the same time, I was building relationships. And I'll put this on record. I probably, if not the first 2 people to go to these big pages, these big rap pages, and build a big relationship with them, and send them artists daily. Yeah. So, yeah.
What did that look like?
It looked like, hey, TJ has a new song. That's a good song. Okay. Yeah.
Sure, like let's just say you send it to our rap, they fuck with it. They're like, all right, cool, let's do the thing, right? It's so funny, man, because I had like a similar experience, but I was having it as a manager because I'm understanding how this is starting to work, and I'm like, all these other things that we're doing, I'm like, they're vanity plays. They don't really work. Not the way that they were looking at it before, and I would get into these arguments as well to digital people all the time.
Like a Forbes or a Rolling Stone type thing? Or?
Yes. Okay. Like that a little bit, but then it would be like, sometimes it'd be like certain looks at certain broadcasts. I don't want to name, you know what I mean, but like,
it was just the old. It was an older
guard. Yeah. And at the major labels, the digital departments were saying that these are the testimonies that matter. It wasn't, to be honest, like a Rolling Stone. It was more like blog pages, like some blogs, like we should go do this, look, and go do an interview here, go do an interview here, and
like written blogs.
Yeah. And then I was just,
I did this.
typewrite.
I know.
Typewrite. Typewriter. Hit the fucking thing. But man, I remember just being on like these, like we do these promo runs. It'd be like 3 days. And I'd be like, does any of this matter? Because right now, I'm with my boy on text, and I'm seeing the numbers that we're growing on by what he's doing. And I'm not hitting, I'm like, we're not doing no promo with these digital pages. But I'm seeing the numbers run up.
Welcome to the shop, Brother Liam. You're living there.
So then I would get into the same type of arguments that you're talking about, certain digital people and certain record labels, and it would be a lot of like, I guess maybe the approach as well too was a little bit unfounded, I guess, on my part, because I would say at a certain point, I don't think this works, and they would push back and say, well, it works. I don't see it that way.
They said to you that what you were doing on Instagram, working with some of these accounts, doesn't work. They don't see that working politically, like in a political way, they would say it. Yeah, they would say it. There's a friendlier way to tell me that it doesn't necessarily work, but I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily think that they didn't think it would. I just think that they needed to justify their job.
Have a blessed day. Thank you guys for coming. Enjoy your beautiful family.
And that's where it started.
Yo la bendiga.
It wasn't contentious, but it was definitely very eye-opening, even early on for us to say, not to say, but like almost work in a vacuum. Like, we understand the power of making a recommend for certain aspects, for certain things that is doing. Right? And that's how we had it at the time.
Yeah. So, and when they saw it working, did they start to think, oh, maybe you know something? They never hear it.
They are saying that, and they're just not actually giving us the credit. They're actually going and trying to figure out what it is, and then going to hold on to that relationship. I've been on several calls. There was a lot of regime changes when I was working with Jesse. And I got love for everybody. For the most part, there were definitely phone calls. I could have handled a lot better, to be honest with you, because like I was fuming after we get off certain calls because the label would take credit for ideas that I had, and it would be a full label call, and it would be all of a sudden like they came up with the idea, and in my mind it was just one of those things that internally they had to deal with the politics of it, and they had to protect their jobs and their big cushy salaries, so they were pawning it off as if they were their ideas. I'm not gonna say who. They know who they are. But it happened to me all the time. And I would get furious. I would be furious. And I would let that bother me so much because a part of me also was young, trying to get after it and say, like, where's my credit? You know?
Yeah.
So like it was
Brother Marwan is your
kind
friend.
of also like selfishness that I was or I wanted credit. And I was like, that's not what it's about at the end of the day. Like my artist is popping, right? Yeah. But I didn't like how it was being handled, to be honest with you. It felt slimy. Yeah. Because I'm on these calls. Yeah. And these ideas that I presented are all of a sudden getting presented in front of my face as if it's their ideas. I was like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah, that's probably crazy. From my perspective, it was the exact opposite. As an agency, I would go in working with these digital people, and I would literally tell them, go to your boss and tell them this was your idea. Yeah, because it's from my standard. I want if I'm working, especially if I work with a good digital manager.
That's smart. I didn't think of it that way. That's a smart way to do it.
And it wasn't even it wasn't a tactic. A lot of my ideas would come from conversations with digital people giving me context, dropping an idea at labels, especially the good ones. When you sit with the good one, they'll give you an idea, and that idea will spark an idea for me. But then I'm not gonna run and tell you. I'm not gonna run and be like the whole world. I thought of this. If we're working together on this, I looked at it as a team thing. I would be like, yo, yeah, definitely go tell them, and just go take all the credit. Because if I can lift you up inside of your company, then we can continue to have a strong relationship. And that's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
that's the right way to be honest with you.
I would agree, because a lot of people, a lot of managers, especially being a manager, is tough because you feel like I've been on the call with so many managers from the label side of things, and the amount of times I've heard them blow up on everyone, that never works.
Yeah,
never. If you have a star artist like Jesse, you can get away with it. But if your artist, only for so long. But I mean, Jesse, they can't do that. At the end of the day, if it makes money, they have to deal with it. But if you're one of those artists that are coming up and you need the label, you want them to actually enjoy talking to you, Columbia, I'm very, very green at this time.
I'm not going to take on time.
At the time, I was at Columbia.
I'm good. I'm about to eat this. No.
Maybe I'll
no, dale, esos son los monchis. It's just a sabbatical. Trust me, I told you I got another bang.
Where you got the other one? You lying.
I'm serious, man.
I'm not gonna say if I know you got another one.
I told you. I've got two. That one is so pretty.
No. But leave it here. I'm gonna come back and get it.
No, pero llévatela because the salad is going to put away. Take it. I'm gonna eat it in my mouth. Regular pizza. But I got sour cream and onion in my backpack.
How does it taste it?
There's cream cheese in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah?
Philadelphia. Put in the microwave 30 seconds. Fire. Philadelphia cream cheese, original. It's in the fridge. When you open the door on the right hand side of the top.
I know you said in the fridge.
On the right hand side, when you open it, on the top.
Consultants for them, we could also have they wanted us to be staying solo with them. And we're like, no, because if we are, then we can't tell you.
That sounds good. I'll make some chicken wings with that.
So
I'll put that in chicken wings and fry them. That sounds good.
I thought that was that was like a smart thing to say. Really, labels just weren't doing anything until we came and we showed
chicken wings with salads and
like we were very early in the space.
Dang, that sounds good right now.
What?
After Magnolia, the early Playboy Party days, and everything Interscope for about 4 or 5 years.
So you did Columbia and Interscope?
At the time that I was being a consultant at Columbia, I was doing everything at Columbia. I was doing a lot of stuff at Interscope. I was doing a lot of stuff at Epic, and then eventually, when Columbia ended, Atlantic became a big client of ours. And that was and a lot of that. All these clients, they heard about us through SoundCloud. Like
incoming, welcome to the shop. Good morning. We salute you. Thank you for your service. You're a hero.
Because repost, you had an unlimited repost feature. It was like a hack. So I would just repost you over until you hit the charts. Wow. And that was how we got in the door.
They get the munchies, I'm telling you.
Instagram, and that would make people stay. Because
I have sandwiches in here too.
Saw themselves on all the blogs.
Turkey, mozzarella, and cream cheese.
They had to be on all the blogs. Yeah. It was like crap for the artists.
It's in a public bag. It's in a sealed Ziploc bag.
At the time, a lot of trap rappers
it's the sabbatical. It's good. Trust
going to
me.
meme pages and making sure that they're just everywhere there, however they can be. And then you're going to the rap blogs and you're just pumping.
This is my first opportunity. I'm like, yo, today. Oh, man.
No, that shit look good, though.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, it's in the public bag.
Esto es muy grande. Yo como mitad de eso.
So we had the deal locked in.
No, it's like, check. It's right there. It's in the public bag. It's in a Ziploc bag. With a lock in the top.
Actually,
yeah.
What?
Nothing more than
if I had inside information
in there, in that same bag, there's 2 bags in there where the chips are. Yes. You're righteous, darling. And assemble. I got another one. I'm gonna take to the movie. Yeah, this is the one in the board's head bag. I put another one. But dale, llévate eso. Estoy diciendo, siéntese ahí, vamos con eso.
Para watch a movie.
Hell
if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken.
You get this shit from
But Jonathan picking good movies today.
Rampage.
What you got?
Because he was deep in the digital space.
Oh, I
If you don't pick, I'm a pick. Yo, encendido.
Yeah, like below the ground.
Love the ground marketing. Like, he was definitely understood it. And
Take the bag,
my
muchachos.
understanding
They
is
said
that
yes. Thank you.
because of
Heavenly Father.
his fan page.
There's apple juice there. There's cups right here if you want a
I
cup.
heard that was something he had. But I think he kept that under wraps, so he admitted that he was
running the page.
Yeah, so
Okay, so that's
what happened
that's
was, from what I remember, because I didn't know who he was, but I heard the song before I knew who he was. So Red Dead Redemption 2 dropped. Remember, that's like a big game for Gen Zers. Oh, I did. Yeah, so Red Dead Redemption, it's a cowboy game. It's like it's like GTA. Red Dead Redemption is like
each one of them looked. I looked at each one of them like this.
They all know. Oh, yeah,
Everybody played that. Everybody.
So Red Dead Redemption is GTA, but cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just walk around stealing horses. You like take the sack of gold, and you rob bank. It's like it's a western. So anyways, so then because that was like at the time there was no Twitch, so these kids are uploading them doing funny stuff on Red Dead Redemption to the meme pages. So what that's why it's Old Country Road. So what Lil Nas X did was he made a song inspired by the game, and then he in the song, yes, I was watching it every time, and that song was just getting posted on every meme. And I was like, this song is so funny. I played it for my wife, and we were like laughing and having fun. And I hadn't had a song make me. I've heard a lot of songs on meme pages. I hadn't had a song make me feel like that ever. I hadn't worked on meme pages for a year at that time. I was like, this is different. So I actually took it to Juba. And I said, hey, like, you guys got to get eyes on this song. I'm here for marketing, so I'm talking to, and he's like one of the, I hate to do everything. But I was like, you guys got to check this song out. Juba took it, from what Juba told me, he took it inside to the sales team. And at the time, it had like 6 million plays on Spotify, purely off of just memes. And the sales guy's like, this will never work. This song is not a hit. This song is not it. And then like a couple days go by, because we would go in once a week. I think a week goes by. And then I think the plays actually did jump. And Juba comes at me sweating a little bit. I don't want to call him sweaty, but he's like very more like anxious, asking me about it. He's like, are you sure this song is a hit? I literally said to him, I've never ever in my life seen a song move like this on the internet. This is before TikTok. This is the Old Country Road is the first TikTok viral song that we've seen, but it wasn't TikTok. It was through memes. And so he's like, okay. Come and find out. A few weeks later, or maybe within a week of that conversation, they fly Lil Nas X out to New York, and they sign him. Oh shit! And they sign him.
Boar's Head turkey, honey maple glaze with mozzarella and original Philadelphia cream cheese.
I didn't
on a French bread, a New Orleans style French bread.
I should have got a point, but you don't even know what that means. Right. I knew what a point was, but I didn't know you could get that.
They have both styles at the Publix.
They
have baguettes on the regular one.
Yeah, walking in early.
Not good.
This is early. 6 million plays, nothing. It has 200 million plays. So I walked it in, and they signed him.
I got a crush from the
I
bakery
thought the
this
biggest
morning.
slap in the face was that they signed him, and then they just
I walked over there
touch it because there was an internal thing. I don't know if they knew I
very
brought
good.
it in, but I think there was definitely people that didn't know.
Those are very good.
But as soon as the marketing team got it, they never
you don't like Subway no more?
to us to work. We're working Tyler the Creator, we're working every artist they have, but Lil Nas X.
Did you guys?
Yeah. But I also was like, we making money, we busy. I was like, let them have it. Like, I was just like, okay. I could tell that they didn't want me to touch it.
Is that when more or less the relationship with Khalil kind of ended?
No. Okay, still kicked for another year after that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to step away from that?
No, Columbia got rid of us. Eventually.
Oh, okay.
Not on some bad blood. It was bad blood for the people inside, but Ron didn't. It wasn't like Ron was mad at us. Honestly, we ran our course, and I will tell you the biggest mistake for the Columbia consultancy, for sure, was we were getting paid too much. That was the issue.
Yeah.
Because that just puts a target on your back.
Absolutely.
And so I actually took that knowledge with me and was like, okay, because you're talking to the CEO can throw money around. But then in reality, the marketing department has eyes on this, and they're like these, and they don't understand that we had a team of 8 people. All they see is the number that they're paying, and they think it's all going to me.
Because you're the podcast.
Yes. And so they're like, how these kids are getting paid more than them. Yeah, that's what they're thinking.
Okay, let's talk about a few different things, because I love this. This paints the whole picture of how you actually understand the digital marketing space. I'd love to talk about certain strategies that are happening today and what's going on for this. Okay, so from your perspective, in today's day and age, like right now, at 2025, going into 2026,
Why you should never charge your smartphone. I've been 22 years as a cell phone repair engineer, and I'm watching
like right now, at 2025, going into 2026,
What is so? It's changed so much. I'll say what was working and what is working. What was working 2020, 2021 during COVID was mass posting across every single blog and every single influencer. This is TikTok at its height at 2020, 2022. No, blog, like Instagram blogs, like music blogs. Yes. So music blogs and influencers.
Yeah.
You've never seen so much money thrown at influencers than you have during 2020 and 2021. Because we were locked down in COVID, so all the money for that you would use to shoot music videos, to do tour stuff, to do anything. No shit was going straight to
straight to Charlie D'Amelio.
Yes, that money. Well,
tens of thousands of posts.
They were basically the industry was looking at. They were going to be management. I don't know how they did it. I'm going to keep this honest. They would go to influencer management companies and they would work with them, and then everyone would post the songs, and that was breaking music for about a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then so that is dead.
Yes.
That is absolutely dead.
So anybody that is spending money on influencer campaigns, worth it or not worth it? You're saying it's not worth it?
I wouldn't spend $1 on influencers unless they're cheap. And I would not spend. I wouldn't even think about spending money until my song was moving. And when I say moving, I'm talking about like hundreds of creates a day to thousands of creates a day. If you're not getting thousands, hundreds of creates a day on your song's not moving. If your song got 10 creates and everyone on the label's like, it's going crazy, it's not going crazy. It's not. I've heard indie labels, not major labels, but indie labels, like, we did great, we got 100 creates. You spent thousands of dollars and you got 100 creates. Yeah, that's horrible.
So just so people tell me, what are you talking about when you say creates?
Creates are when you go to the sound on TikTok and it shows you all the people using the song.
Yeah.
Like whether they're like in the mirror or they're dancing or they're just a meme.
They created
video using your song.
Yeah,
that's what it created.
Yeah. So you go to it and you see X amount of videos. That's user generated content.
That's the
UGC.
Yeah, that's the term.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're saying in this day and age, if someone has created, in 24 hours span, 100 video creates have happened for a song, that's not a big deal.
100 if it repeats again the next day.
Yeah.
And then it repeats again the next day.
Yeah.
And then it gets 150.
Yeah.
Now we're in momentum. If it gets 100 because you ran a bunch of posts, and then it gets 10 the next day, and it gets 5, it's done. I mean, I'm not saying you stop promoting the song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't pour money into it. So to answer your question, what do you do nowadays?
Yeah.
The best people, like, I have a page, people always come to my page, they think that my page is going to break them. It's actually flipped. The algorithm has changed in the favor for the artists, and the artists that are creative and fun, and actually it's become like, back in, I feel like when we were younger, it was, could you perform, could you record great music, could you write great songs? Now it's like, can you make good music? Of course, can you make good music, and then can you grab eyes? Can you make content that people can gravitate to? And there's a lot of different ways to do that. It's like it's an intangible. But some people will just sit on the screen and just play a song, and it's just mesmerizing. Some people will be funny. And if you don't have one of those traits, or your music is not special, then you need to figure out how to get attention on your page. Because if you can't get attention on your page, no other page will help you.
Well, how do you get attention?
How do you get attention on your page? You be you.
Okay.
That's the being you and honestly and you can tell when an artist is like, oh, I have to do TikToks instead of just falling in love with the process.
Yeah.
And I tell artists, I'm like, if you don't post, if you're a nobody, don't treat TikTok like a job. Treat it like a job. I don't like, I like doing accounting. I hate it, but I have to do it to get paid.
Said, do you think I like doing accounting? We need to make sure. Shout out to B. Team Rami, get on it. We need to make sure.
Things that you don't.
And if you're an artist and you don't want to do that stuff, that's fine. Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's even harder. That's a whole other thing. I feel for writers. They get so screwed. That's a fact. We need writers back. Like if anything, we figure out how I can fix that. But we need writers back because I really miss the days of having writers and hit songs that everyone knows and agrees is a hit. Yeah. We get one of those every once in a while. What's the last one that was Bryce? That was last summer. That was last summer. What was one?
Unanimously this summer. I was having
unanimously this summer. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. No, everyone has like a section like R&B has folded.
Under Mudwater, and a lot of people ask, what is the difference between Mudwater and mushroom coffee?
Everyone has like a section like R&B has folded. Kalani.
Oh yeah, that's what
R&B has. That's the unanimous hit. Not unanimous, but I actually did a poll on my page. What's the best single from 2025?
I saw that.
I think it got 60-70% of the votes.
Kalani, I saw that.
Yeah, Kalani dropped the best.
We did have catalogs.
Huh?
I think we did it earlier this year too.
I did it because I was doing release
Bryce in the Storm
and
for
afterwards
sure
I
is
was like,
one, and then I have to see. I think Bryce in the Storm self-portrait, and there's one more I can't remember.
It's hard to take in everything.
But
Let's just pick songs from 2025. But Mutt should have definitely been on that list, and Mutt probably would have been close if not the first or second. Probably Roller would have won.
Well, then that's after the fact, right?
Yeah. If I did, I could do one. I could do just one versus one and see what happens. But I actually think Roller might win just because it's hot right now. It's hard to. Mutt feels so old to me because I have been listening to Mutt the day that it dropped, and I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, this is the song of the year last year. So to me, Mutt is old. So like that's why I didn't put it because it's old to me. I'm on time with R&B. A lot of people are catching up, and a lot of followers are like, "Where's Mutt?" And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot that most people were Mutt February when Chris Brown jumped on it or whatever."
True. Yeah. I feel the same way. It's a banger for work. It's okay. So you're saying be you, but then we're in the amplification stages because I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm kind of disagree with you because I think there's. Yes, you gotta have something that's right? But I feel like it's kind of always been the case. Like the record's kind of connected. Yeah. But you, my friend, you say you can't break records.
Who, me?
Yeah. Did you not just say that like to get the page that you can't break records? But I feel like
not the way it used to be. I would say blogs have lost a little bit of power. Blogs have turned into storytelling platforms rather than music breaking platforms.
We gotta be clear. You're saying blogs, you're saying IG blogs.
Like faceless pages.
Faceless pages
that cover music. So when I say blogs, I'm talking about faceless pages that cover. I mean, sometimes they cover gossip, but gossip and music are.
I keep it real low, bro. We do some work together.
Yeah.
In many ways, you helped me in my podcast. Okay. We'll go there. Okay.
Yeah.
I will see. I will.
You want to kind of get in how, like, whenever I see something, how do I tell the story?
Yeah.
Because it's like post. So one of the worst things you can do is just post your content on the blog.
Why'd you say okay when I said that you helped break the podcast? You don't think so?
No, I think I just helped tell the story.
Okay.
The podcast is ready to break.
Yeah.
I know how to tell it to the people
on the digital platform.
Yes. So digital platforms, I know how to make something that's working bigger.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't look at it. The only thing I can really say I actually wrote was like because that was like.
As soon as you did it, like direct correlation.
Nothing at the time. I'm speaking directly
if you're trying to break
for artists that have not found their path. Yeah. Or trying to find their path. And when it comes to how I helped you with the Manager's Playbook, what it is like you need to I should be able to look at your Instagram or TikTok or Twitter, and I should be able to find out a whole lot about you. I should be able to be like, I know exactly what's going on here. I know what this is about. I'll have a conversation with you and the manager. Tell me your do's and don'ts. 9 times out of 10, your do's are terrible. That's okay. I don't listen. The last thing I'll do. No, not you specifically, but
not just
you. But I basically hear you out, and then I just actually do what's right.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of creative ways to do it.
Hold on, I'd like to know, so like, what are some things that you hear from certain management teams?
Well, for example,
no, this is a good idea.
Well, sometimes I'll get a song and I love the song, and managers will ruin a song for me because of their perspective. I'll get a song,
French bread,
and it's Philadelphia
original cream cheese,
I think it's going to
horse
do
head,
well
honey maple
on
turkey
other pages
glaze,
as well,
and
then they'll be
mozzarella
like, yeah, but we want to
thin slice
highlight that
kosher.
he's a great lyric writer. But I just heard the song and the lyrics are terrible. And now I'm being forced to do something I know is wrong, or you're asking me to do
I
something
got
wrong.
3
Now I'm trying to
sandwiches
bend
and
my
2
mind
bags of
around
chips.
the manager's thoughts.
Of
Managers
course,
are
yeah.
sometimes way
And
too
I
close.
picked it out
And
as
so
soon
they
as they
see
put
it,
it out. I
they
got one
see
of the
it like-
first 4 breaks. I waited in the bakery.
If I played you the song, which you're not going to, you're going to 100%
Here,
agree with me.
this bakery, you got to go
lyrics are
early.
basic.
Publix opens a
No
little
one
later.
hears the song and thinks,
But this
wow,
from
the lyrics,
Publix.
but the drums are dope. His voice is dope.
No, everything I bought was to eat right now.
It makes you feel good. These are the things, like, I think that's probably what I bring to the table.
Yeah, no,
is
you
give me a
shouldn't.
song,
After
and
a
I
week,
can
no.
verbalize
2 or
how I
3
feel
days.
when I
Like,
hear it.
this is what I tell my mom and stuff like that. Like, the day you're going to eat it or the next few
not the
days,
first
that's when
time.
you
The
buy
first
it.
time
Don't
what
buy
I
it
do
to just put it there.
is I'll do it wrong.
Yeah, because if you think
Probably
about
just
it,
say that
then
hard
next
rock
week, if you
Australia,
want a fresh
when it's
turkey,
already
you
in
can
my
just come get it. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it is.
Got your car, boys.
Exactly. I cut it in 3 pieces. It's like this big. Yeah, no, I cut it in 3 pieces.
Put it in the freezer and then open. Then when you take it out of the freezer, it'll be good for
My husband used to ejaculate
Yeah.
prematurely until
Yep.
this. My hubby is ejaculating so fast, and he gets so anxious about it, it's starting to feel like
The first time, what I do is I'll do it wrong.
It's just, when it's
Okay,
fresh, it
and I'll
tastes
say
better, I think.
And then
I
I'll
like
do
the
it right.
fresh taste.
I
I'll
always
show them
go,
the
when
difference.
I go to
Okay.
the bakery over there,
Mhm.
they always give you a fresh
Does
one
that
back.
create a
Yeah.
risk for you?
Like, if I'm up in a bounds of emergency, I don't mind going to Subway. But if I can make it myself,
I have no risk
I'd
from
rather.
that because
Make it
I just,
myself.
and I'll tell them.
You
I'm
know
like,
what I
think
really
we
like
should
from
do this.
Subway?
We
The
wanna do that.
spinach.
Let's
The
try
spinach
it.
is
Oh, I
the
see.
best.
Okay, that's how you go.
Let's try it. And so we'll try the idea, and then I'll cook up a better idea. And
Quiero un sándwich.
sometimes they both don't work, but usually
Oye,
my ideas are
hay
better.
uno
That's not
más ahí.
because
You okay?
just because I've been doing it for
Turkey,
years.
mozzarella, and cream
That's the
cheese.
one thing that I say all the time is like
Bomba.
experience as a manager. This is what I've always given so much hope.
Y ya tú sabes, melaza después que termine.
That's not what happens when you flex.
I think it's gonna rain too.
Okay, these kids,
Mhm.
you guys crafted it. Starting to learn and understand.
The sun came out for like 5 minutes.
I got an idea. And that's what we would talk. When you be like, you can talk with us, be like, we can try it, but I don't think it's gonna work because that's why I said, like, try to do things.
Yeah.
And that's why
I'm wrong though sometimes.
I'm not saying you're right all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you get it right more often than not.
Their bakery is great.
And when
They
they're
got
all the time,
a
we're
little
just
bakery
yeah,
at Walmart.
you're
Got cookies, cakes.
not doing anything. A bunch of different platforms. There's IGC faces pages, or if there's a TikTok, or if there's a marketing agency that does specific TikTok and clipping, yeah, can get into clipping. But I'll use a variety of things. I'll see something kick off. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'll see something kick off on one of the things that I kind of activated. And I'll pay attention. I'll be like, yo, awesome, this shit is going crazy. Before I know it, I'll repost it on my page. If you follow the breadcrumbs, you know exactly what post I'm talking about right now for the viewers at home. I'll repost it on my page. And people is crazy. I go, yo. Yeah,
I like Publix, the deli,
So you're
because they
explaining
have
the
boar's
process
head.
that labels
Walmart
get.
doesn't carry boar's
No,
head.
I'm talking about this
You
wine.
basically
The
test your
bread, I
content.
think, is better.
The bakery is very
Yeah,
good.
because
It's
the
going
bakery
well.
is
You test
better.
it again.
Bakery's
It's still
good
going
at
well.
Walmart, but
Yes.
I have a hit. That's a hit. And what labels do, and this is what's wrong. Labels get a song, and they say we have X amount of budget.
Yeah,
The song
I think
comes out
Publix
this
is
day.
better.
We need to spend money that day. Why? Why?
Yo, that's what's up.
Give me one reason why. Let's do it on Friday. Why on Friday? Because that's the day of release. Well, you know.
Yeah, they make it for you fresh. Whatever you want.
Sabrina Carpenter
I
just
saw
dropped
fried
on Friday.
chicken today too.
Justin Bieber just dropped
I
on
didn't know
Friday.
they had fried
Do you
chicken.
think anyone
That's what
cares
I'm eating
about
tonight.
X,
I'm gonna
Y,
try
Z?
their fried chicken.
No, they don't. And I'll tell you why. Because you can't even get them to care on your page.
No,
I don't
talk
even
about,
understand.
you know, the
I
fried
don't even
chicken
understand
that
why
comes in
you
the
even
containers
come
like an
to me
8-piece.
unless
I'm gonna
you
try
have
this.
something that's
I'm gonna get the fried chicken
like you
tonight.
said,
That's what I'm.
you
It's my
came to
cheat day,
me
so I'm gonna eat that for dinner.
whenever you was like, this is a winner.
Mhm.
If you don't have a winner,
Now I'll take the
you come
breast
to
meat,
me,
Miss
you beg me to
Allison,
spend
and I'll
your
put it
money.
on
I
French
will tell
bread.
you I don't want to, and I'll do it. Because but then there's also they're handcuffed.
Like the
So
chicken
they
salad.
have to spend money. So it's this
Yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah.
system where it's like they don't spend money correctly.
Super duper.
How
Not
many
good.
agencies
Not
I
good.
know, not naming them, they get your money and their goal is to spend it as fast as they can. So then they can ask for another budget.
Exactly.
That's not how
The
it
day
works.
that you're gonna make the
Pray
sandwich,
and pray.
you
I
buy it
will
right
post
before.
it too. Yeah, and I will be like, hey, everyone, we have 10 more posts, but it's going bad. We should stop
Yeah, just
spending
tell them
money.
thin
And
slice.
it's
Like
hard
for
though,
a sandwich,
because now we
like
have to
even
track it.
shaved is fine.
And then we're like, oh, we still have X amount of dollars left in our budget. But
You know what? What I do with my kids, I'll get a pound and I'll ask for 4 quarter-pound bags so I can give each one of my kids one and they don't have to argue.
Imagine if you spent all of
And
that.
that way it stays
you
fresh.
saw it getting
You know what I'm saying? Each one gets one. Instead of them going to the
I would
fridge,
say,
getting a little
the
bit,
worst
getting a
thing you
little
could ever
bit. Take
have
the whole, you know,
on a page is
that's your thing.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have
Don't
people
eat
be
your
like,
little
what the
brother,
hell
little
is this?
sister stuff.
Silence is terrible.
Because let me
Silent
help you finish
mediocre
yours, yo. My
mediocrity
kids
in
can make
music is
sweet.
terrible. Look at me, Georgiana. My brother raps.
I never had
She's
such
terrible, but
pies
she's
and
also
cakes
like
at Walmart.
kind
The
of good.
bakery.
Oh,
I hate it.
the bakery is
That's
better.
a bar. And they got more to choose from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Publix has the
Even if it's
Einstein
negative.
bagels.
Yeah, but
Like,
they don't have that many things.
That
Yeah,
like, are
Publix
like,
has an
oh,
advantage.
this
They have
making me mad, I'm
bagels.
gonna like it.
Walmart, their
But
bagels
if
is
you're
not
just
like
giving us
Bagels.
Einstein
so
ones.
that
Oh, well, I don't
negative
care about
stuff
that.
works too. And then
I'm just
the
saying,
positive
like for
obviously
Thanksgiving, I got a
I think the
pecan
negative
pie.
stuff
It was
always
yum.
They have the Einstein bagels. Like you can't just go get a
So I
regular
don't mean to
bagel. They got
comfort
the
you.
But they got more to
Einstein.
choose from it there. They got pecan pies, pumpkin pies.
Oh yeah, sweets is better. Walmart got that.
Different.
The
The-
cakes,
oh, yeah.
the
And the crazy
leche,
part
the
is when
flan.
you're in a space
Yes.
that's not your space, and you say funny bars. If
I
you
mean, I'm a
make
Publix
a
person,
real
but I like
Oh,
the
man.
bakery.
Sex.
I'm real good at
Yo,
bakery.
the tarts
Now you're
with
probably
the
They
peanut,
make the bread
blueberry,
for me.
strawberry.
That's how it
Oh, my
starts.
They gave me
goodness.
fresh
Great fires,
bread, you know, and they slice it up for me. and
nitric
shit.
oxide gets released. It's all
Anything with sugar,
chemistry,
Miss
and it
Allison,
starts
is
in your head.
amazing.
That's all that's sweet, though. It's
Biggest.
time, remember?
Sugar is great.
That's why ED can start
Oh
here.
man.
And why treatment that
If I
ignores
could,
the mind
if I could
is
have them,
only
but I'm
gonna
eating fried chicken, so I
If
can't
you
eat
tried
no
other
fish.
ED
I don't
meds
like
and felt like
the
something was
meat.
missing, it is not your imagination.
No, Publix
Most
is
of the
way
treatments
more
out there
professional.
are doing the same thing,
Publix is
just
way
in
more
different
professional.
packaging. That's why I'm often recommend Get Ready. Here's the thing about traditional ED meds: Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, they only focus on blood flow. They're PDE5
Unless you
inhibitors.
get it right
That
when
means
it
they
comes out
help
of their
preserve
oven.
something called
Nah.
CGMP, which relaxes your blood
Exactly.
vessels and helps create erections, but they don't help your brain send the signal to start that process in the first place. Version Ready takes a totally different path. It combines 3 clinically proven medications in one fast-acting under the
Florida is Jurassic
If they're gonna
Park.
freeze me, I'm going
Kendrick
home.
song. Like you're actually saying
just
something.
believe
No
it.
one on the
It's
planet
a
listens to it. I'm listening to it because it's a show. It's
Wah, wah,
bad.
wah.
Most people are saying it's terrible. That pushes it up.
I would have said, if it was a spider,
I
I
would
would
have.
have
Yo, I
outside.
saw a snake the other day in front of the
So
right there in the
what?
parking lot. Yo, I was
Laughing
out.
at it.
What kind of snake?
You laugh at
I
it,
don't
but
know.
the
I
thing
wasn't
is-
trying to find out.
It's probably
Okay,
a
let me
garden
see what
snake.
species. It probably was.
They kill
I'm
poisonous
saying
snakes.
we're
They
dumb
kill them.
apes,
That's
right?
we need those.
If
We
you
don't have
play
a
a
kill
song
Miss
them.
Allison, I ran so fast.
You know what sucks is all these people move to Florida
5 weeks later, you're like,
and they or the United States and they just see a black snake and they kill it automatically. Do you know the black snakes are what keeps us from having poisonous snakes in our
Exactly.
yard?
That's what we need. Those.
Because they got rattlers, a coral snake. I found a coral snake in my yard before.
What do you
Very
do? You take them
poisonous.
to the. You give it back to the. Like
But
the
the-
animal place.
The coral snake, you very rarely get bit because their teeth are too small. Their mouth's tiny. I mean, they'd have to literally rub their teeth all over you. They can't even get through your jeans.
Oh wow.
But they're beautiful. Black on yellow kills a fella.
I don't.
Mhm.
You've heard that.
Those are poisonous, huh?
Red on what? Red on yellow.
Repetition is the mother
Oh,
of
wait.
all learning.
Red,
So if
red
it's
on
bad,
yellow kills a
you're gonna
fella.
hear it more.
Black on
It's gonna
red.
just
Okay,
fill the
Fred.
feeds.
That's
And
like a
people are
saying.
gonna post
Yeah,
it
those are
because
constrictors.
pages are gonna post it because they're getting
They
more
No.
don't poison.
comments and
I'm talking about
engagements.
coral
So
snake,
you have
baby.
bad
That's
stuff
what I'm saying.
getting
It's
posted
red,
all the
purple,
time
and red
as
on
as
yellow.
engagement to
No,
that
but they're
age.
constrictors. They
Now
don't
you
have
have
venom.
bad music that breaks.
Yeah, but they
you
no,
have
they can
great
kill
music
you.
that breaks, and your meat.
Oh,
And this
they
is
are.
back to
They
my
do.
Yes, very,
micro
very
music.
poisonous. But you very rarely see them. They don't come out.
It's not good.
They're little tiny thing, little skinny, beautiful color. But there's another one that looks exactly the same. It's just the opposite of the stripe. So you have to realize which one is which. I got a
Oh,
book.
so you are.
When
I
you
see
have
what
a
you
winning piece
But
of
the,
content,
but
you will
the
know
garden
nowadays,
snakes, and the green ones,
4 years ago,
and the
3
plain
4
black
years ago,
ones, and garter
I
snakes,
don't think you
they're the
would know.
ones that kill
So,
poisonous
what are
snakes.
some
And if we, and we're now they're almost extinct because people keep killing them.
I have
So
friends
now
that collect
now we're gonna
those,
get the poisonous snakes in our
I
yard.
collect birds, but I have friends
People are
that collect
stupid.
reptiles.
They move here, they don't know what they're
little
talking
brother
about.
has Komodo dragons.
Are trends dead?
Are you crazy? I literally.
And then they let them loose, and it causes a big problem.
Those are babies.
People cause all the problems,
They're
not
wild,
animals.
man. Those things are
Artists
wild.
that I see online.
I like puppies.
People cause problems for
Dalmatians,
everything,
You know, pit bulls.
Like, I'll give you an example.
right? They kill.
Doberman.
Sasha Keene.
4 firefighters arrested for hazing American women at Florida Summer School.
They do a more artistic.
What's that? What is
They
hazing?
basically
You know what hazing
I
is?
forget. I
Oh,
forgot.
That's not what they do in college.
Oh yeah.
I remember there's an
So why would the firefighters do it?
Because firefighters are assholes.
saying that it's not.
Not all of them.
If the camera is
That's like the police.
My brother's not an asshole. He's a chief in Duval County.
He's not an asshole yet.
They save people. What do you mean?
Look what they doing.
They have to do rescues now. Like
I
I
want them to rescue.
yeah, but that's just one person. That's not everybody.
Who gets to choose the canvas?
Yeah, the bakers. I gotta go tonight.
What do you
If
get?
it's gonna be like this, I'm going home.
I'm
Dude.
leaving like in 5 minutes.
I'm tired, dude. Where you leaving to?
Just take a walk. Probably go to the library.
Had to explain.
Yeah, well, I can't go yet because my stuff's gonna be in cold, so I gotta straight home. I forgot my cooler, didn't I?
I'm gonna go work out. The only thing is, it's gonna rain, so I'm like,
When?
I don't know. It's been like this for like already 2
Tomorrow's
hours.
gonna rain. That's why I'm going shopping tonight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I need to come back early.
70%.
I get you. I like it this way as well. That's
Yo, look at these clouds, Miss Allison. It's gonna rain tonight for sure. There's no way it's not gonna rain tonight.
we gotta get with this.
Tomorrow I'm open at 6.
I'll give you an example.
You know,
Like
tomorrow I'm
Samara
team
said,
captain. I open at
They
6.
have, she has this video with overcast.
One of them's a big breakdown.
I probably can't. Maybe just a picture of it. She's literally in front of like a Tommy's Burger in LA.
Whoever's coming to lunch, the office is available. I'll be right back faster than you can go like this.
And they color
No,
in
but
it.
I'm gonna. I just.
Lunchtime.
You see it, you're locked in. That's art.
That's how I feel when I get off.
And another